Ayo, top5rapwebsite.com. You already know what's going on. Another Friday live stream. So thank y'all for joining me. Maybe you're watching this later. Maybe you are not joining me live, but we love you all the same. Today, firstly, new microphone. Let me make sure I can see this on my side. Y'all will remember if you were here in live stream last week, you remember I said, next time you see me, I'm gonna have a whole new microphone. So you know what I mean? We got, nothing major, just a little Elgato piece, you know what I mean? Hold on. Seto Kaiba. Shout out my Yu-Gi-Oh fans, Seto Kaiba. What is it about anime that makes us love the villains or have this thing for the villains? I don't know. And then one last thing before we get into it, because y'all know I've been, the past couple weeks I've been trying to upgrade the setup. If you go watch my videos from even like 2 months ago, it's a totally different setup. I'm sitting in the same spot, same wall, different setup. But I think this is the last piece that I need for my upgrade. So we got the big boy here, something light, Rodecaster on deck. This is a straight up audio production studio. I have not been able to even open it yet. It's still closed, but excited to get this going as my new audio interface for my XLR mic. And then I think I can also use these pads as like a stream deck. I have a stream deck right here, but it's just a mobile version on my iPad. So this is where I get my sounds. I could do the...
You a dirty fat bitch.
I could do the no bars.
No bars.
So
none. Not a bar.
With the Rodecaster, I can program all that directly into the Rodecaster, and it could serve as the audio interface for my XLR microphone. I'm currently using a Focusrite. The Focusrite is great. I have no issues with it. But, upgrades, man. Let's get the upgrades going. So anyways, let's get right into this. With the live streams, with all my videos, I never try to hold y'all for too long. My average video of all my videos, not just my live stream, my average video time period is like 20 minutes. Like I'm one of few YouTubers who consistently does like 20+ minute videos. My shortest videos are going to be like 8 to 10 minutes. I'm not like a YouTube shorts guy, TikTok, small bits of information. That's not how I watch YouTube. That's not how I make content. So anyways, I with that being said, I'm trying not to keep y'all too long. So let's get right into it. There's 2 things I want to get to today. One is the Cenat Riot that happened. It just got reported. I think the oldest report is 2 hours ago. ABC 7 New York. There's apparently a riot. You can see all these links are unclicked. I have not looked into it. I wanted to get into it for the first time, react to it for the first time with y'all. And then also there are some new Fleece Johnson interviews that I want to react to. If you haven't seen my first Fleece Johnson live stream, I live streamed my reaction. He's the booty warrior. We'll get into that later. Hilarious, right? Shouldn't be hilarious, but it's hilarious. So anyways, this Cenat Riot. So Cenat, for those who don't know, he's like the most popular streamer, period. He does what I do. Like right now I'm streaming, but he's on a whole different level. The things that Cenat comes with, the topics to stream. I mean, dude had like a petting zoo in his room one time. Like the things he comes up with, he's so dedicated and committed to this. Like it's insane. So anyways, let me jump into the ABC 7 New York, because I don't know what happened. Maybe you guys know what happened already. I haven't seen anything on it. Twitch streamer Cenat charged with multiple counts after a video game giveaway led thousands of people to overrun Union Park on Friday. Oh, he's giving away a PlayStation 5 video game consoles at 4 p.m. in Union Square. So it's 5:45 p.m. in Cali right now. So it's like 8 in New York. So yeah, that was about 4 hours ago for them. He will be charged with at least 2 counts of inciting a riot and unlawful assembly. So what, he didn't have a permit to be there, I'm guessing, because unlawful assembly sounds like you don't have a permit, and inciting a riot. So what did he do to incite a riot? Was he emceeing the event? 3 officers were injured during the mayhem, 2 of which taken to a nearby hospital. 1 sergeant suffered a broken hand. I'm gonna look at these videos too, y'all. I just kind of want to. It's easier for me to read up on it. I take in the information quicker. Charges pending. 6 people hurt in the chaos. 4 victims transported to Beth Israel to the Lenox Healthplex. I personally observed young people walking out with their heads bleeding. What happened? Panic attacks, anxiety attacks, asthma attacks. People were suffering out here. There's a lot of people uncontrolled. So he's giving away PS5. Okay, so let me see. Okay, and this is the ad for it. So when you do something like this, especially like, yo, Fanoom, okay, this is my first time seeing this name since the AMP Cypher reactions. Fanoom went off in those Cypher reactions. I reacted to those, go on my channel, but yo. Anyways, there's an ad for it. I mean, you gotta have a permit for something like this, though. I'm going to guess he had a permit, but when they say unlawful assembly, that's one of his 2 charges so far. That makes it sound like he didn't have a permit. Thousands of people showed up and took over the park. Police struggled to contain them. The streams of kids running away from people. Oh yeah, so it's a bunch of kids running around. So yeah, people are gonna get trampled. Like, look at this, dude. Like, look at this video right here. Like, that's like the March on Washington. You know what I mean? Okay. So then they go into who is Kai Cenat. Okay, let's see this.
As you can see, there's
an SUV believed to be carrying Cenat. So this SUV is going to be Kai Cenat. Drove away from the scene on 17th Street while about a dozen people were hanging from the side and clinging to the SUV.
Large crowd here.
And it's already traffic in New York. I mean, this is just
hearing estimates of thousands and thousands of people.
That's like Michael Jackson's.
Clearly, NYPD is vastly outnumbered in the situation.
Stefan, I don't want to interrupt you for one quick second right now because you're looking at live pictures of a car that was literally covered with people, and we do believe that that was the vehicle that had Kai Cenat in it, which you can see now looked as though could have been leaving the area.
Yo, this is I know this is bad press for Kai Cenat, but this is like, for those who are unaware, this is some PR for him. Like, yo, he's major. I already knew how big he was. Pause. I already knew how big he was. Pause. Because he's like the most popular streamer. He's in this content creation space, and he just goes above and beyond with it. But for those who are unaware, like, this is some great PR.
That is why you're seeing that crowd
like Michael Jackson's in there.
Chase after.
That's it.
That's the vehicle right there that they believe Kai Cenat is in right now. As Stefan was saying, he was there. He was in the crowd for a little bit of time, but clearly this was an out-of-control crowd, and no freebies given away, no giveaway whatsoever getting in the car. But clearly you're looking at a very dangerous situation with this car now driving pretty fast with those people clinging.
And I mean, the driver, I mean, you got to have the safety of Kai and his people first and foremost. So even though these are his fans, I'm sure he loves his fans. Yo, we cannot have you hanging on to the car. We cannot have you trying to bum rush the car. Even with the people in the car right now, you don't know what their intentions are. Even if their intentions are good and they start hugging him and grabbing him, you don't know if he can get hurt in the process. So I don't blame the driver for trying to get away here. You've got to keep him safe.
On to the side and top of it.
It's mind-boggling.
It's mind-boggling why they're not stopping to let these people off the car.
No, it's not.
And and then someone fell off. Okay.
Oh, really? Let me see. I didn't see anybody fall off.
You can see there's a large
car.
And he just hit his head too. Dang, he hit his head.
To let these people off the
car. Dude
in
white right here.
And and then someone fell off.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, for those who are unaware, who don't really know Kai Cenat, this is an intro, like Michael Jackson type. You would think Rihanna's in that car. I'm looking at the live chat. Vash says, have you seen the Hip Hop 50 lineup? I have not, but I can get to that on this live stream. I don't have much to go over on this live stream, so I can get to the Hip Hop 50. Who did the Hip Hop 50? Is that like Rolling Stone or something? But anyways, yeah, we can get to that for sure. But yo, Kai Cenat, let me see if there's any other videos.
More. Stefan, where are you right now?
Again, bro, like I said, the March on Washington, look at this. Upon first arriving over the scene, Cenat Taking cover. Police officers holding up pieces of plywood and taking cover behind cars because the crowd, they were pelted by objects thrown from the crowd. That is crazy. Oh yeah, let me see this though. I don't want to watch this. It's 3 minutes.
Well, Sandra, as you can see, I am standing next to the Union Square subway station entrance where it looks like it was closed off because of construction. But look up on top of that. That's what's happening on top of the subway station entrance. There's, I can't even count, countless people up on top of there. They're climbing it right now, as you can see. In fact, if you can pan to your left, they're actually on top of the statue here.
And this is why Travis Scott shows be so fucking dangerous. Youth, and it's not just this generation, that generation, just youth in general. When they all get together in a hive mind, this is like probably the third, fourth, fifth time in their life where they never had chaperones or adult supervision. Stuff can go haywire. I mean,
here at Union Square. I've actually got a couple of his followers here with me who can kind of explain to us what they were expecting, what happened. Young man, give me your name real quick and tell me why you came out here, what you expected to happen, what did happen.
All right, my name is Dilaquan Tavius.
What? Your name is what?
Why?
Anyway, my fault. I almost forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, why are you out here? It's summer, we're not in school, we're bored, and one of our favorite streamers is going to be in the neighborhood. That's why they're all there. I'm sure none of them, first of all, it's PS5. You can walk into Target right now and buy a PS5. It's not like how it was in 2021 where you couldn't find one. All these young folks are not here for PS5s. They're here because they're bored. They know Kai Cenat streams, they know his contents, they like it. And they know other young people are going to be there. So it's like, yo, let's just all get together.
So basically,
a lot of young men,
it's Kai Cenat, Phantom, all of the AMP members. Oh, I don't know about all of them, but they pulled up, do a little meet and greet and a giveaway for the fans.
Giveaway of what was the understanding?
So, from my understanding, PS5s, video game accessories, PCs. But I don't think they will actually give away an actual PC because how is somebody going to carry that? So I'm pretty sure it's gift cards for them to then go and get the P5 themselves.
So, safe to assume that you, along with your friends, came out here thinking that you would get some freebies. Is that correct?
Not that we're thinking, but there's a chance to because there's so many people and there's only so much you could give.
Right. Has any of that happened? Is he here?
He's here right now, yeah. And they were giving out, but people are being people. There's so many people here. People are pushing around, so you can't really get it organized.
Okay. And before we came on, you were telling me that, in your own words, that some people out here were bugging out. Explain to me what you saw, what you meant by that.
Bugging out, like you can see, there's no excuse, obviously, for what happened, but, stuff like that just happens all the time. People being reckless. It's New York City. Stuff like this happens every day.
New York.
Well, I wouldn't say every day, but
what?
You know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you and be safe. As you can see.
Oh, yeah. Well-spoken young man. I'm sorry for making fun of your name, but that was crazy. Let's see what else they got to say.
We've also heard and seen incidents of being tossed around. We saw has 20 million followers. He asked them all to come meet him here at Union Square for what was a PlayStation 5
20 million followers
giveaway at 4 o'clock. Apparently, we're also hearing that people showed up only to find out there were no freebies. And as you heard, he is here. At one moment, he was live streaming in a van nearby, but he did step out. As you heard, he's out here greeting his fans. We even observed Chief of Department Madry out here having objects thrown at him. Cops are obviously outnumbered out here. They're standing back for the most part.
Yo, this is an easy 500 people right here, 600.
We're hearing that there are officers who have been injured, unclear at this hour. The extent
just in this little group, that's an easy 500-600. In the other group right here, if it let me go back, let me see.
Having objects thrown at him.
In this group right here, though, that's 1,000 plus, easy. It's at least 2,000 people out there.
Cops are obviously outnumbered out here. They're standing back for the most part. We're hearing that there are officers who have been injured, unclear at this hour, the extent and severity of the injuries. But we're also seeing paint left over from this construction project near this entrance that's been tossed around and vandalized. Some of the equipment.
So anyways, that's that. I wanted to know what happened because, again, I didn't read this before I got on live stream. but he was giving away PS5s in summary. Oh, look, someone set off like a firecracker or something. Again, man, it's young folks. It's the summer. They're bored. There's no chaperones. Your only chaperones are the police. In these types of situations, the police are going to just hang back until they get attacked or they get orders to fire. Which, I mean, they're not going to do it on a group of kids because it's just not a good look. And I'm sure the kids weren't, well, they were throwing stuff at them, but I'm sure it wasn't like a super violent scene. But people were hurt, so there was some violence. Dude fell off a car, smacked his head on the concrete. Like, he better hope he doesn't have brain damage. He hit his head hard. Officers arrested 65 people, including 30 juveniles. And you know what? I want to get to something else too. They said people were suffering out here. Some motorists were trapped as people climbed on top of their cars, and that's something I don't get to. Don't do that to people's cars. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I've done that before. Partying at UC Santa Barbara, we were on top of somebody's car. You know, there was so much people on the car. I think the tires flattened. The car for sure was totaled. It's not cool, man. Again, I can't judge them too hard because I've done that, but it's not cool. I'm trying to make sure they don't give any new info. Kai Cenat, 21, video creator, 6.5 million followers on Twitch, 276 million views on YouTube. Yeah, so Kai Cenat. So again, even though this is a bad look, he's going to get some charges if he didn't have a permit to be there, which it doesn't seem like he did. I can't say, but I mean, he didn't really get out and do anything from at least what the videos showed. There wasn't security. An event like that, you're going to have security. There didn't appear to be any security. It just seems like, yo, pull up. We're going to touch the fans, pause. We're going to, talk to the fans, show our face, get out there, do something nice for the people. It seemed more like a pull-up situation, not a okay, we got a permit. Okay, we anticipate this amount of people. We're going to have this amount of security. It doesn't seem like that. So he's going to take some charges for that. It's not going to be jail or anything. A hefty fine, and he's probably not going to be able to do something like this in New York again. But this is why, like I said, this is why Travis Scott concerts are so dangerous. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, you seen how the young kids act when you know, they're out of school. And it's not a generation thing. This is just what happens. Like, you want to feel free. Like, you probably live at home with your parents. You're out here. You're with your people. There's no chaperone. Like, when you're at school and you have security and teachers breathing down your neck, you're outside. Like, and then one person get to doing stupid stuff. Then another person like, oh yeah. And then no one checks them. And then before you know it, it's a big hoopla. But I'm sure the average attendee wasn't doing that. They were just happy to be outside. I don't think anyone expected to get anything free. I mean, I know that was the reason for people coming out, but I think most people who were out there to see Kai, to be amongst the people, for something to do. Again, it's summer and people are bored. But I did see something especially troubling, right? And I saw it on good old Peter Rosenberg, his Instagram. Rosenberg Radio. On his Instagram, though. So let me... if I can spell right. Here we go. If it'll let me open this. I don't think I'm logged into Instagram. Here we go. So Rosenberg decided to repost this. We all just saw this in the live stream. I just want to read the caption because this is so pretentious and patronizing. Rosenberg Radio. He works for Hot 97. I've actually reacted to one of his albums that he put out. Never been happier to be old. I know how old and out of touch I sound when I say I don't get any of this madness. You don't get celebrity craze. You were alive when Michael Jackson was alive. No, Kai Cenat is not talented like Michael Jackson, but you can understand the craze with celebrities. And yes, you can respond with, you're not supposed to get it. Let the kids be kids and like what they like. Yes, they were wrong about rock and roll and hip hop too. I guess he's talking about the older people. They were wrong about rock and roll and hip hop being a fad, a passing, something that would come and go. But we weren't wrong about ringtone rap and the Tide Pod Challenge. I don't know what point he's trying to make here. The obsession with these cats cats, that's how you know a nigga's old. You say cats who sit around and talk to a camera without offering any sort of meaningful insight or commentary is a bad sign for where we're going. So Rosenberg, your job is to sit and talk to a camera, and people love you for that. Now you can argue, well, my insight is meaningful and Kai Cenat's isn't. Well, that's subjective. I think Rosenberg has good insight on underground rap, on wrestling, on old school WWF, WWE. But I mean, this is just like patronizing. This is pretentious. You're not better than Kai Cenat because you work on Hot 97 and he live streamed. And he goes on, going inside to eat my TV dinner and watch Matlock. So he knows he's going to look old and out of touch by saying something like this, but he just had to say something. What I don't like about this personally is why take the shot right here at Kai Cenat. It's not Kai Cenat's fault that people got hurt here. It's not his fault that 2,000 people showed up. I mean, you can say, yes, it's partially his fault, and he's going to be held accountable to that. If he didn't have a permit, he didn't make the proper preparations with the city and with hiring security guards to hold down the event. You can't argue, yeah, he does have some partial responsibility. But the shot at Kai Cenat right here is not necessary. You sit in front of a camera and talk just like he does. And to be honest, even though Kai Cenat's stuff, I'll just be very point blank. Kai Cenat's is more entertaining. You guys have different audiences. You can critique the foolishness that was going on there, like these kids on top of a moving car and people standing on top of buildings and structures. You can critique that. That's fine. You can say, oh, these guys are boneheaded. These kids are going to get hurt. Yeah, critique it all you want. But I don't get the shot at Kai Cenat. It just screams jealousy. He's anticipating someone's going to call him old. That's why he points out age like twice, to begin it and to end it. But really, it says less old and it says more jealousy. So, anyways, like I said, for Kai Cenat, for those who didn't know who he was before today, this is a great entry, because if you don't know who this guy is and you see this, you're like, yo, what? All these young people going crazy for this guy. Like, thousands of people show up in New York City. Police, he's on a video game getaway. Like, he's in the back of the SUV and they're all chasing like it's Michael Jackson. Like, if that's your first time seeing or hearing about this guy, that is going to be that's going to make you look at him like, wow, this guy he has to be something special. I'm looking at the live chat right now. Vash, we are going to get to the Hip Hop 50 lineup. I just need to see what it is you're talking about. Hip Hop 50 lineup. Is it like a Rolling Stone thing? Here, I'm on Hip Hop 50 live. Oh, it's a live concert. Yeah, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But next, I want to react to, like, this has been my favorite YouTube series for all the wrong reasons, right? And I'm pulling it up right now. Give me a second. This is Fleece Johnson, also known as the Booty Warrior. If you watched the Boondocks, you've seen the animated series that they made out of him. This is just complete comedy. So let me share my screen with y'all. I've already watched some of it, and I've already reacted to one of his videos before, but I love a good laugh watching this guy.
First of all, I was having problems at home with my daddy. I didn't like seeing my mama without. I love my mama, man. I was a mama's boy all the way up, all the way to her devil.
Bruce Wayne says, "This is my city. This is sad." Yeah, man. New York City, man. Stand up. New York, stand up. Kai Cenat is from New York. You know what I mean? He's where is he from? Might be, I don't think he's from the Bronx. Might be from Brooklyn, I think. He's not from Harlem for sure. I think he's from Brooklyn. Kai Cenat.
Love mama.
Yeah.
But she would never accept my money. Like, I go out and steal, come in, say her mama. She said, I don't want your blood money. And if she think I done stole it, from somebody that she gonna make me give it back. And she'll call the police on me. She was crying. She was zero tolerant for any of that, right?
So if y'all haven't seen his reaction videos on the Hustlers Spirit, just look up YouTube Hustlers Spirit Fleece Johnson. His first interviews when he first got out of jail like a couple months ago, yo, the production quality is not like how Anton Daniels has it here. It's comedy though. It's comedy, man.
And my mom,
it's sad though too. He talks about some sad stuff, but it's comedy, man. At the same time.
well, she retired from Fairdale High School. So she retired. So my other sister, Joyce, she retired from the military and from Ford.
Oh, Ford Motor Company.
Yeah. So
let's get to the good stuff, man.
Did it for the rush.
For the rush. When I hit prison at 15, just turned 16. Now, a lot of people, like I said, it's documented. This is how you can find out if I'm telling the truth. The Courier Journal newspaper, when they sent me to prison, because I was the first juvenile and it was against the law then.
Bro went to a man's prison at age 16. They did him so dirty.
To send me, but they did it.
16.
I didn't have no support.
What did you get? What did you get in trouble
Look at the title
for?
of this,
What did you get
man. Look at
arrested
this title.
So it was just
real quick, read this title, y'all. Like, imagine being 16 in there with 30, 40-year-olds who already been in there 15, 20 years.
And robbery. On robbery. And the article in the newspaper, the Courier Journal newspaper, the first day I hit prison, they came to interview me. It said, 16-year-old prisoner wants to get out and go straight. That's what the headline read. Front page of the Courier Journal. Now, I had my friend up in Indianapolis. She's a policeman. She got that article. So I know it's still there because she got it, you know. So I went to prison.
at 15 years old.
16.
16 years old?
Yeah.
And you hit prison.
Crazy.
So you was in prison with grown folks.
Grown people. People that have been in there for 20, 30 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Robbery and
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, but I had, at the time that I went, I had 2 brothers locked up in there. 2 cousins. And some hood dudes, right, that I knew. So I knew I was straight then down LaGrange, right? I was in LaGrange Reformatory. So I got to fight. And, you know.
How long did they give you? What did they
12 years. I only had 12 years.
They sentenced
12 years at 16 for armed robbery.
you to 12 years?
12 years sentence.
At 16 years old.
16, sent me to penitentiary with 12 years. And
Were you afraid?
Hell yeah.
Damn.
What you mean? Well, man, my arms was that skinny, man. I ain't have no muscles, no nothing. I just had a lot of hair and stuff. And they was
16, you're not even done with puberty yet. That's crazy.
a guy in there, big old, big nigga. Nigga had a big afro. Back then, they was running afros and shit. Nigga built. But every time I take a shower,
No.
he comes in there. See, they showers were like 2 showers, one on this end, one on this end.
So you're a 16-year-old kid in prison with grown, big afro.
Freaky grown men. Let's keep it straight. Some freak niggas, right? Freak niggas.
Hey, yo. Like I said, man, I laugh at these, but it's actually not funny. But it's the way he delivers it, bro.
Prison with grown, big afro.
Freaky grown men. Let's keep it straight. Some freak niggas, right? Freak niggas. Niggas ain't had none and no telling how long. They want it fresh. They want it young, right? And I'm in the shower. I picked up on it, and he was over rubbing his soap all over his chest, just staring at me like that. So I'm like, "Fuck's wrong with this nigga, right?" So. I'm looking this way, so every time I turn around, this nigga was looking at me like this.
Yeah. And imagine that, like, you 16, small. It's a big grown 30, 35-year-old, hairy, like, buff. Like, yo, that's scary, bro.
I seen all them muscles and shit, right?
Yeah.
Then I look, I said, hold on, is this nigga hard?
No.
You know, his shit is out, right? So I came out of the shower, man, and I went and told some of my friends, and they said, oh, that's Big Reggie, man, big. I said, nigga, I don't care who it is. That nigga look like his shit was hard, bro. He's staring at me. Oh, nigga, you. Every time, man. And then one day, I was getting out of the shower. When he came in, I got out and said, nigga, give us start this shit, right?
Mm-hmm. So he never said nothing. He just.
Nah, he'll make grunt noise, make me look over. Nigga said, I look over, he be rubbing his chest, staring at me and shit, right? So I get out of the shower. Seriously, I get out of the shower. And like I said, I was skinny. I was skinny as fuck then. A little skinny on, fat little ass on me, you know.
What? What?
Seriously, I get out of the shower. And like I said, I was skinny. I was skinny as fuck then. A little skinny on, fat little ass on me.
Yo, what's wrong with this man, yo? Like,
you know. So this nigga get out and he walked past me, and I'm thinking, he bumped into me. And I felt his shit hit me on the side of the hip. He said, oh, excuse me.
Excuse
Hold
me.
up, man. That nigga's shit, his dick.
Wow.
It touched me. So I said, man, I gotta do something, man. He said, you need anything from the store?
Hell no.
Now, you don't even know me like that, bro. They asked me if I need something out of a store. Now, I know where your man's at now, right? You ain't even told, do I need something out of a store, my nigga? And so I said, all right. So back then in LaGrange, they used to have out of commissary tang jars, right? Made out of glass. Everything now is plastic now, cause inmates is using stuff.
The glass as a weapon and stuff like that.
Yeah, I sure used it at one. Cause I went over and I broke it. My hands are shaking. I said, man, I don't even know if I can go through with this or not, right? I broke the glass. I said, so I walked back in there. I said, if he touch me, let him touch me. Just don't walk in there and hit nobody, right? So he was doing his hair, slutting that big afro, and nigga was blowing it out. He said, hey. I ain't say nothing. He said, you. I said, who, me? I had the glass up on a towel, right?
Yeah.
I said, what you want? He said, can you, he said, when I do my hair like that, can you put a rubber band on there? I said,
hell no.
no. Man, I ain't to put, I'm never having. He said, what you mean? I said, no, man, I'm not putting shit on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He said, grab my hands and then like, he said, they smooth.
Oh my God.
This is in the shower?
No, this is in the shower room. He's not still in the shower. He's out of the shower. See, when you come out of the shower, they got a little platform right here where you can put your stuff up on, and they got mirrors.
Yeah.
You can look in the mirror and comb your hair out and all this stuff.
I got you. It's kind of like a locker room.
Man, I stabbed shit out of that nigga. I cut him with that thing and ran.
Yo, that's rough, man. That's rough. And, you know, a lot of prison laws have changed recently. Like, you can't send a 16-year-old to an adult prison that I know of. But this is back then. I think he says this is like in the 70s, 80s. He's from the South. I think he says Kentucky. So yeah, that's harsh right there. And before we go, you know, again, I don't like to hold y'all too long. Let me go ahead and look at this Hip Hop 50 lineup. So Hip Hop 50 live concert at Yankee Stadium, co-produced by Live Nation, Mass Appeal. Shout out to Nas. So Mass Appeal's a part of it. I know Nas is gonna be a part of it. We'll celebrate the genre's 50th birthday. When you think about 50 years of hip hop, I mean, hip hop's not old at all. Our parents at this point are like in their 50s, right? Depending on where you were born. I mean, there are people alive who were teenagers and then hip hop came out. Like, they saw hip hop from the very beginning. So yeah, Live Nation, that's a huge company. Mass Appeal, Yankee Stadium. So I'm guessing there's going to be some big names. I wonder if Jay-Z's going to do it. 50 not 50 Cent, Run DMC, Lil Wayne, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, several sets, including Queens of Hip Hop. Or you gotta put Nicki Minaj in there, Eve, Trina, Remy, Lil Kim. No Nicki? The Pillars of Hip Hop set paying homage to the early architects of the game, such as Curtis Blow, Melly Mel, Roxanne Shante. Yo, off that one song, Roxanne Shante, what was it called? Roxanne, off that one song, like she's immortalized herself. And who wrote that? Was it UTFO who wrote the song or something? Or UTFO had something to do with it? Again, before my time. I wasn't even born when that came out. Other performers include T.I., Fat Joe, Common, A$AP Ferg. A$AP Ferg got some industry connects because he should not be a part of this at all. A$AP Ferg has not like done anything for hip hop. Anyways, EPMD, Ghostface Killah, Lupe, Slick Rick, DJ set will feature Clark Kent. Shout out to Clark Kent. I think he produced a song on Reasonable Doubt. Or maybe it's volume 1 I'm thinking of. Marley Marl, Manny Fresh, Battle Cat. A lot of the hip hop legends are still alive, bro. Curtis Blow, at this point, still alive. Melly Mel, still alive. Marley Marl, still alive. Battle Cat, underrated. Les Bang, Cali is active. Battle Cat got the most underrated beats. I want to see a full lineup because the Queens of Hip Hop section, you gotta Nicki Minaj she should for sure be in there. If you're gonna put Remy Ma, Nicki gotta be there. But then she got 2 ops right here. You know, Remy Ma and Lil Kim, she got 2 ops. So pre-sales begin. Oh, prices starting at $50. That's not bad. You know, it's some rappers. DJ Academics talks about this. It's some rappers whose concerts, if you just want to see Lil Baby or something, you're gonna pay like $220 plus ticket fees and all them concessions and venue fees. You paying $200 plus. This $50? It's not bad. I wonder who this is targeted towards though. I wonder who, like, what the average age range is gonna be. I'm guessing it's gonna be the people who grew up with hip hop, who got into hip hop in the 80s, 90s. Because look, I mean, the headliner, at least on the ad, they're advertising Run DMC as like the top. And you got Snoop and Cube. It's like the generation after Run DMC. Then you got Wayne, who's way later. You got Eve, Kim, Remy, Trina, T.I., Fat Joe, Common. So here is kind of where we get like into the 2000s rappers. T.I., Lupe, Common's 90s, but still. Ghostface 90s. EPMD is 80s. Okay, Slick Rick 80s. Then you got the Pillars of Hip Hop set. So they're doing a whole separate set for the Pillars of Hip Hop. But for some reason, Run DMC is like not included with them. Well, I guess a Run DMC, he doesn't fit in with, like, I don't know. I'm gonna need like an old head to, correct that. I would think Run DMC should go in the Pillars of Hip Hop section. With Kool Herc. I don't even know who Cindy Campbell is. That's crazy. Grandmaster Caz, okay, Sugar Hill Gang. Grandmaster Caz wrote Rapper's Delight. Am I right on that? He wrote Rapper's Delight. Curtis Blow, Melly Mel, Roxanne Shante. Yo, she getting plugged for this. She getting plugged, man. Like that one song just immortalized her. She had other songs too, but the one people remember is Roxanne Shante. And then the response, Roxanne's Revenge. Battle Cat, Clark Kent, Manny Fresh, Marley Marl. Okay. So, I mean, this is in New York, so, I mean, I won't be there. I'm way in SoCal, but, I mean, shout out to the people who go. Maybe they'll live stream it or something. It seems like a fun event. 50 years of hip-hop, that's a big deal. So, yeah, what I want to do before I go, I kind of just want to look up this Cenat Riot situation, see if there's been any updates. Fox News is reporting, Fox News is going to just full-on riot breaks out. I didn't see that on the video. But this is New York Post, sensationalism. Look, they've reported on it like twice in the past 2 hours. They're getting views on it. Let's see what Fox News got to say. Let's see if they got a different video from ABC. Okay, see, I didn't see this. Why is there no sound? Yeah, that do look crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Who is this spraying a fire hydrant? It's kind of like he's trying to disperse the crowd. It's not a full-blown riot. I mean, when you look at it, most people are just chilling, you know. It's a couple bad actors. Okay, a guy throws a street sign or something, whatever that is. Yeah, this I'm sorry, Fox News. Oh, I'm not sorry. Fox News, you know, they hate anything that is not conservative republicanism. This is not a full-on riot. If you think this is a full-on riot, you've never seen a full-on riot. Now, this is just dumb. Kai Cenat is in this SUV. You got to protect him. You got to get out of there by any means necessary. If Kai Cenat gets out, or if they get those doors open, or fans bust windows and pull him out, anything can happen. He can get trampled. Other people can get trampled. Are people going inside the sunroof, or are those people with Kai? It's like niggas in the sunroof. You can see they got security out here. Get the fuck out the way. Move, move. Oops. Yeah, in these narrow streets, trying to do this is impossible, bro. Like, insane. So yeah, I mean, Kai, hopefully he learned a valuable lesson. I forget what they said they're charging him with. Maybe I can find that here. Yeah, they charged him with inciting riot, unlawful assembly, and a few other charges, but didn't elaborate. This is from the police. That's what the police said. So unlawful assembly, that means he didn't have a permit. Let me see if they mentioned permit in this article. Oop, permit. Yeah, he didn't have a permit is what it's sounding like. So hopefully he learns a lesson. You got 13 million people across all social media platforms, and you're in one of the biggest, most populous cities in America, which is New York City. You cannot not plan for this stuff. You've got to, if you're going to do something like that, you got to plan for it. Like, you've got to, number one, get the permit so they can't hit you with this. Then you got to have security. I mean, you got 13 million people. You can expect on social media, you're in New York City, that's what the event is. You can expect a couple thousand people. So you're going to have like maybe, I don't know, at least 20 security guards. Like, you got to plan for this type of stuff. Otherwise, and you got to know your audience. Like, this is like a recipe for disaster. But, I can't blame him too much. It's a learning situation. I think the one thing he didn't do that he should have done is get a permit and get some security. But it's not his fault that these people are all over his car. It's not his fault that people got hurt. Like, none of that is his fault. So Rosenberg, for this caption, I don't think that's right. To take the shot at Kai Cenat, it screams jealousy. But anyway, that's all I got for today. That's my live stream. Pretty slow week in hip hop, but I managed to get a couple videos up. So go on my channel. Plenty of videos for y'all. Plenty of content. I beat Horizon Forbidden West last week. This is my closing statement. I've been playing Horizon for like the past 2 months. I started out with Zero Dawn. I beat Zero Dawn. And then I went on to Forbidden West. And now I feel kind of lost. I don't know what to play next. I think I'm going to play Uncharted next. I've never played the Uncharted series. I'm going to start with number 1. Yo, to go from Horizon Forbidden West's graphics to Uncharted, which was like what? Uncharted was what? PS2? PS3? It's going to be tough, but I can do it. I did it with Mass Effect. I played Mass Effect 1 all the way through Mass Effect Andromeda. So yeah, I might play some Uncharted. I'm debating Uncharted, Far Cry 4, or The Witcher 3. But I know The Witcher 3 is going to be a long game. I have the complete edition with all the DLC. So I know that's going to be an easy 100+ hours, easy 100 hours. It took me 125 hours just to complete Horizon Forbidden West. and then probably another 60 to 80 hours with Zero Dawn. So The Witcher 3 might be both of those combined. And with the Cyberpunk 2077 DLC coming out in September, I don't want to commit to The Witcher yet, because I'm playing that Cyberpunk when it comes out. So we'll get into some Uncharted. I have like the complete editions. I have Uncharted 1, 2, 3, 4, and what is it called? The Lost Legacy. So yeah, I'll probably get into that, or maybe just some Far Cry 4. It's a first-person shooter. Cyberpunk is, I don't play many first-person games, but I do like Cyberpunk, so play some first-person shooters, prepare me for Cyberpunk. But anyways, I've held y'all for long enough. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. Top5rapwebsite.com. Peace.